on that?
So I think what people in L.A. need to understand is the power of the Attorney General's office. Because the Attorney General, under the California Constitution, is like the super DA. He's like the boss of George Gascon. And while he doesn't have the right to fire George Gascon, he can come in to take over any case where he believes that George Gascon is not doing his duty. And Rob Bonta is in complete alliance, in complete league with George Gascon, so he will not lift a finger. In fact, he encourages and supports everything that George Gascon is doing. So what I tell voters, even though the recall doesn't look like it's going to go forward, that all hope is not lost, that I basically, in the Attorney General's position, would be LA's last and best hope to rein in rein in George Gascon, because if I become the Attorney General on the November 8th election, when I assume power on January 3rd, one of the very first things I will do is come into Los Angeles County, and in the cases where George Gascon refuses to do his job, if he won't bring a gun enhancement against someone who uses a gun, if he won't bring a gang enhancement against someone who's in a gang, if he won't bring a great bodily injury enhancement if someone suffers great bodily injury, I will take Gascon off the case, put on the California Attorney General's office, and prosecute that case the way the evidence dictates. That is my solemn commitment to the voters in Los Angeles, that I will absolutely do that. Rob Bonta actually encourages George Gascon. I mean, he's endorsed George Gascon. He will absolutely propose not even the slightest check on the reign of King George Gascon of Los Angeles. So what I would tell voters is that if they do not like what George Gascon is up to, whether it's in connection with Sheila Kuehl, shootings, rapes, murders, juvenile attacks, anything that you've seen, people getting arrested in the morning and released in the afternoon. If people are upset, fed up, and frustrated with George Gascon, the way to rein him in is to vote for Nathan Hochman for Attorney General, kick out Rob Bonta, and come January 3rd, we will bring back safety and security to Los Angeles County.